Hi, everyone. Welcome to the bridge call. What are we at now? January
Welcome.
25th. And my friend Danny and I are going to bring something to the call tonight that's going to be incredible. So stay tuned and do not leave until the miracle happens. Right, Danny?
Whatever that might be. I leave it up to the cosmos behind me.
We're wide open.
Yeah. Right.
So yeah, welcome. And if you like the call, please share and subscribe and hit the like button. And I always leave our contact information if you want to contact us. It'll always be at the bottom of the YouTube. If you just click the button more, it'll open everything up. So all the contact information is there and the donation button is there. So tonight we are going to talk about, well, what triggered it was last night I met this guy, Robert, up in the mountain, his house, and through another woman, Tamara. And so next, he's very awake, and we were talking about, what alien race are we from, and the, and how our DNA is operated, and how we've got 3 strands going, and we're waiting to get all our 12 activated, and what does it mean to have activated 12 strands, and, and it's just, we were just start talking about how each strand is some alien race. So we're kind of like we're hybrids. So our sisters and brothers, our cousins, and there was a reason why they created hybrids out of us, because they knew, left our own devices when this type of information hit the planet with the pandemic and everything. We were going to need all the help we're going to need all the help we can get. So that's what they did. They interfaced and to help us, to keep us intact. And so anyways, here we are as hybrids, starseeds, all kinds of, wanderers, and with tons of abilities beyond our comprehension, our human brain comprehension. So depending on who your home planet is, depending on your race, depending on this and that, you bring that personality, those abilities, those, that I don't know how to call it. What would you call it, Danny? Activation.
How about
characteristics?
Characteristics, codes, like all that.
knowledge?
Information, knowledge.
Yeah.
So that's why, it's no accident that we're here and we're doing what we're doing at this time, especially at this time. So I thought, that would be a good segue to talk about, that some more, because we really don't know. And how do we tune in, and how do we know, and how, and all this, and there's little tips and tricks that could help you. So that's how it happened. I met this guy and we were talking, and then all of a sudden we're talking about, like, what alien race, what's your home planet, blah, blah, blah. And we kept saying Syrian, Pleiadian. I kept going, no. And then it was Arcturian in white lights came across the screen. I went, oh, I think you're Arcturian. And then we connected with Danny, and it's like, Danny, what do you think? And I forgot that Danny is like commander-in-chief on the Arcturian. So okay. I'm like, oh,
I forgive you.
We're so many. So anyways, that's how it started. And so it was kind of nice that, Danny confirmed that he was connected to an Arcturian race. And so here we are talking about this. I thought it would be a great conversation, and who knows, maybe later on you could be able to help us connect to whatever.
You mean you're going to put me on the spot again?
I'm gonna put you on the spot. I need to put you on the spot a little more because we're not just pretty faces around here.
I know, I
okay?
love you too.
We're workers. We got boots to the ground. Let's go.
Let's do
I
it.
have a
Anyways,
I have a question already.
sure. Hang on.
Go
So,
ahead.
welcome Danny to the call, my partner in crime here.
Thank you. Welcome, everyone.
And I'm going to turn it over to you to see if there's anything you want to add to that.
I can.
Floor is yours.
So I do a great deal of research. This has been my great interest since the 70s. I've read so many books, watched so many documentaries and so many movies on, and I don't like the word alien, you know, there are star families, right? Different races. Many are talking about the fact that we are, different races have come to this planet at different times and have bred with us. And many are saying that we have at least 22, 24 different races DNA inside of us. We could have that many races in us. And the information that comes across a lot is that we are prized in this galaxy because of the, how would I call it? The mixture of DNAs and the gifts that we have are the highest. We have the gift of high emotions. We have the gifts of intelligence, psychic abilities. We have so many gifts and abilities. And so apparently we are very prized in the universe as humans for what we can do. But we haven't even opened up most of our abilities because our DNA has been shut down. Like you were saying, that this might only be 2 or 3 strands. What's been happening in the last couple of years, the frequencies that are coming to the planet, we've all been bumped up. When I do a testing, I don't think there's anybody on the planet lower than 4 strands. Myself and my other friend Lightworkers, we're all 8, 10, 12 strand DNA plus already. So with that, we don't see a lot, but we know our intuition is greater, our knowing is greater. And who knows what we do in our sleep time. I mean, we do amazing stuff in our sleep. So are we 22, 24 races? I tend to believe that. I tend to believe that. And many of those races are outside of the planet helping us at this time. And on the planet, as we know, star seeds and all the others, there's Palladians. I know of 2 Palladians, Canu, Archerian, and all these other different races. They're here in human form on the planet. We've come here to help the ascension. So let's go to Charlotte. You got a question?
Actually, you answered it. I wanted to know how far along we were in terms of how activated our DNA was, but you basically answered it. And we're already
Yeah.
4 strands.
Also, I haven't shared this. This would be a good platform to talk about this. A dear friend got a download in the night and said that we're now going more crystalline. Okay, with the extra DNA, it's bumping us up vibrationally. It's getting us closer and closer to be a light body and having a crystalline body instead of a carbon-based body. So we've done a lot of testing in the last 2 or 3 days, and many of us are over 80% crystalline. And that's hard for us to fathom. What does that really mean? Right? If we study this, in the 5th dimension, we'll have our light bodies. We will not have this simple flesh and blood. We're going to be a crystalline formation or DNA. And in that, we will not know what illness is.
Mm-hmm.
And we could live for hundreds and hundreds of years. So I don't know, we tested about 4 or 5 of us, and we're all over 80% crystalline already. Oh, confirmation right there. So that's an interesting thing because we're ascending and we're getting closer. We're leaving this 3D planet behind and we're going into 4D and 5D. So we can only expect amazing things to happen to us. Amazing things to happen to us. Any questions?
I just want to share the other night, in the dream I had, I was actually moving from 2 dimensions. And I was in one dimension, a higher dimension. It was like there was less friction, chaos, you felt it lighter. And
Right.
but I knew that I still had to complete some stuff in the 3rd dimension. So I had to tell them, I had to keep telling them, I gotta go, like I have to go back and I have to do some stuff. And then, but I didn't want to leave, right? And I was getting caught in between these 2,
Rules.
yeah, these realities and light, what was it called again? Dimensions.
Wow.
Yeah. So then I would go back to 3rd, do some, and then I would go back to the 4th and higher up, wherever it was. I wasn't sure where it was, but yeah, back and forth. And then when I woke up the next morning, well, right after that, I could still feel them both happening at one time. Because I was sitting there, I was like, okay, I need to integrate all this. And then I started having a
Right.
coffee and everything. And then I didn't understand what the time was telling me. And I was looking at it, and I'm like, okay. And then all of a sudden I snapped back into 3rd D going, oh my God, this is 9 o'clock. We got to get going.
Wow.
So yeah. And saying that, I know that Franco got taken out of his body. Like every night he would be taken out of his body really fast and go into other dimensions and many different consciousnesses to help shift the consciousness and that. And then prior to him waking back up, he would slam right back into his body before he wake up. And then he would share with us how much integrating had to take place in order for him to just get up and go to the bathroom.
Wow.
Like the floor wasn't there yet and the doorknobs weren't there yet. And so as he was walking, like things were reappearing.
Oh, wow.
So he was like, oh, hopefully there's a floor underneath this next step. It's kind of funny.
Well, we are. Don't you feel like we got 1 foot here and 1 in the 5th dimension?
I do sometimes, yeah.
When I do my daily things and even for a walk, I feel like I'm not here. I feel like this is just a movie. It feels so much like a movie to me, like a projection.
Just walking at the beach the other day, it felt that way. Felt like I was like part of this movie and it wasn't me. And then I was in and out of it. I was like, wow, this is really wild.
It is.
So yeah, it's very
strange.
cool when you can be the observer of yourself living in the reality.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you say, Danny? Can you give an example of, being from another, like who really is from planet Earth? Planet Earth really is like, it was meant to be like an airport, flying in, flying out.
Exactly.
So we're here, we're travelers. We come, we explore, we meet, we learn, and you take, bits of from what you get here and you bring it back to your planet. It's like a whole Star Wars movie going on.
Mhm.
So, and then over time, it just kept getting denser and denser and more slavery.
Yeah, the dark.
And
I have a very interesting book that was sent to me, a PDF. Everyone knows about the Roswell incident where a ship crashed, right?
Mhm.
I believe it was 47, somewhere in there. And the military covered it up right away, but one of the beings was still alive. Okay, so this is written by the nurse, the military nurse, who had to take care of this being. Okay. And so obviously it was kept in confinement, and the nurse would try and take care of it. It was damaged. It wasn't well. And it would speak to her telepathically. So she had a lot of information about where it came from, what a lot of this stuff. So when she was quite elderly, a science reporter approached her. Can you put this together in a book? And she says, by military law, I'm not allowed to talk to it, but she's in her 80s. She says, what are they going to do to me? So they got the book. And when you read the book of this, it was a gray. Okay. That this planet is way out, and I've heard this several times. Planet Earth is way out in the boonies in this galaxy, like way out. So not many beings fly out here. It's like going into the sticks. And so it's a planet where other planets dump their undesirables. Okay, so this Gray said, that's why you have such a varied group. You have so many musicians and rebels and painters and artists and scientists. You have such a huge mixture because some of these planets wanted to get rid of the rebels, sent them here. It's almost like Australia was, the prison continent, correct?
Yeah.
So this is what the Gray said, and it made a lot of sense that we're so varied here. The amount of different people that we have on this planet is because a lot of the planets didn't want, there was too many of them, sent the artists, sent the rebels, sent the scientists, sent the whatever. So that was really interesting. And this Gray talked about the wars between the dark aliens and the light aliens. And there has been battles on this galaxy for thousands of years. And a lot of them wanted this planet because of its resources. So many different species have come here, come and gone. And so I have it from a very high source that the Greys have been lifted off this planet. They're no longer here. And same with the reptilians, the archons, no longer here. Can I prove it? I can't prove it. So if it is, we're in a very good shape because they wreaked havoc on us. They really did. So let's talk about all the other different planets. We've all heard about the Pleiades, the Andromedan, Sirius A and B, Lyrians, all these different races and what they look like. On YouTube, I don't know how accurate some of these photographs or pictures are of people. The Blue Avians are blue, our Churians are blue. They have our form, but the shape of the head and that is different than ours. Just a little bit different. So as a soul, we not only have been on Earth, we've had physical lives on other planets, many other planets. So to say that a person says, well, I resonate with the Pleiades or I resonate with the Andromedans, doesn't mean that was your home planet, that was your first lifetime. So when I say home planet, as far as I understand it, home planet is where your soul decided to have its first incarnation. That's what I understand it to be. So that you have a real resonance to that planet because it's the first time you had a physical form. And not only did you have it there, you probably had many lifetimes on that very same planet. So I don't think too many of us know which is our home planet. Right?
Yeah, you
So-
also have, your soul also has a home planet and also has a signature and a specific code number.
And what does that have to do with the planets? I don't understand.
No, it's just saying that it all comes together, like your home planet, you have a signature, you have a code.
Okay, they're all matching frequencies or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Codes. Okay, that's interesting. So, I've met some are walk-ins, some are actually born here, Pleiadians, other different ones. Yes, they're very connected to that planet, but is it their home planet? That's a whole nother question, right?
Mhm.
Like the fellow we had today, Robert,
Mhm.
I definitely got that he has had lives in Arcturus, but it was not his home planet.
Mhm.
why he has memories. I guess it must have been a very fond lifetime he had there, or maybe a very recent one. Maybe his very last lifetime was there. So we
Right.
have to understand we can have multiple lives at the same time. All of us. We could be on 8, 10, 15 different planets all at the same time. We're multidimensional,
Mm-hmm.
right? Living at this exact moment. So that's kind of hard for us to wrap our head around.
Just to add to the confusion.
Yes. And we could also be a plant and an animal all at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So it gets kind of confusing. It really is a hard one to wrap our heads around sometimes. What we've discussed just now, does anybody have a question?
If we're living on different planets at the same time, when we start to wake up more, will we realize that? Will that be unveiled to us that we're going to be we're a different, how are we going to manage that?
Well, we're going to have the capacity. Can you imagine if this is true? We've been told this, we don't know how true, that our brain is only working at 10% of what it could be.
Right.
What
Yeah.
if it was 80 or 90? Can you imagine what we could do with this brain?
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
I tend to believe it is low. So imagine that our consciousness and our brain power will expand exponentially. So imagine what we could handle, the knowledge of handle. Right? I mean, that's just my take on it. Right? And as we get those DNA upgrades, more strands of DNA are open. Can you only imagine our level of consciousness? It's gonna be huge.
I'm just thinking of all those houses we have to clean. Never mind.
Maybe it'll be
I
like
can't
Rich, remember,
stretch
just
that
wiggle her
far.
nose and it's done,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Right.
I was just gonna say something, multiple lives, just escaped me. What were we just talking about?
Different
Just
life at the same time.
how we're going to be upgraded.
But also, so when we expand and we grow and our consciousness rises and our level of DNA rises, we're going to have all our Akashic records, from what we understand. So we will be able to remember all our past lives.
Mhm.
Can you imagine that?
Wow.
And then we have the galactic Akashic records, the lives on all the other planets. So imagine that.
If you want to listen to somebody who has remembered all his past lives, is Matea Di Stefano. I have a little gecko running across my ceiling right now.
We don't have that here.
They're actually harmless. So yeah, Matea Di Stefano, he's a young Argentinian guy and he remembers all his lives.
Wow.
Yeah, so he has a really good documentary on, I think he's got a few YouTubes, but also on Gaia. You have Gaia.
Okay. Matea. Okay.
So were those Earth memories?
I believe, yeah, Earth memories. No, I'm not sure. He might have different galaxy memories too.
Yeah, I don't think they're Earth memories.
No,
Oh,
'cause
really?
he
They're
did
from
say
other planets.
Oh, interesting.
Stefano.
He's a cutie too.
Yeah, he's funny. He also talks about, where what different spots on the planet represent parts of the body. That's kind of interesting too. He's got a really great stuff to listen to.
You'll have to send that to me.
Mm.
That would be very interesting.
Marcus Aubrey. He has pretty good interviews with him too. So, how would you like to try that, Danny, to see if we can, see if you can connect to who's who and who's where, and are you able to do that?
I probably can.
No.
Okay, how do you want to do this?
What did you want to do in that aspect so we can play?
No, that's a good idea because I don't even know what my home planet is.
Mm.
I don't know.
But let's start with like, what alien race are we most connected to?
Here,
Yeah.
you mean to take a person and say what relates to them more than any other race?
Right. Can you do that?
Sure. When you give me a moment, I'll be right back.
He's gonna put on his cape.
Hey, Kate.
Superpower cape. At this hat. This little thing.
Ah, pendulum.
Get a lot of answers from my pendulum. My cape, yes, I fly at night, you know. I don't need airlines, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
he's got the vouchers.
So who are we going to take? Who wants to volunteer? Who wants to suggest?
Volunteer.
Oh,
I'll
we got one.
volunteer.
Okay,
All
Jackie.
right, so let's go, Jack.
I'm going to tap into your energy, Jackie,
Mhm.
and see what I get. You're okay with that?
Yeah.
Please tell me I wish to speak to Jackie's higher self or soul essence, her spirit guides of light, or angels of light. Okay, so what came up right away was Sirius. Is that Sirius A? Sirius B. Sirius B came up right away. Got confirmation on Sirius B with Jackie. Okay, so you've had several lives on Sirius B. Can you tell us how many lives? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 15, 14, 13. You've had 13 lives on Sirius B. Yeah, I just got confirmation. Can you tell us more? What other planet says, is that the most predominant one? No, it's not the most predominant one. Can you please tell us what the most predominant planet she's been on besides Earth? It's one we've never heard of. I'm trying to get the pronunciation for it.
Would it be Temerian?
Say that again.
Is it Temerian?
Timerian?
Yeah.
Don't know that one. I can ask. I'm getting. Okay, so what I got is Archalian. Archalian. Is that the most prominent planet that you've had lifetimes on? Okay, then we got to word this properly. Okay, either we want to know where you've had more lives on or more your important lives were on. What would you rather know?
More important lives.
That's what I would have thought. Were her more important lives on Archalian? Oh, yes, definitely. You had a high position in science. Okay, so you were like a scientist. You had a high position there. Your knowledge was immense. Okay, I got confirmation on that. And so, okay, let's try your Temerian.
Yeah, I think it's Tamarian. Temerian.
T-A-M.
Arian.
Temerian.
Mhm.
Arian. Has Jackie had lives on the planet Temerian? Temerian planet? No, but they told me you visited it.
Oh, okay.
You've been on the planet, but it wasn't your planet. You were there, you were on trade. I'll use the word trade, where you you were involved in the transport or trading of materials, products, something. So you spent a lot of time on that. Is that correct? Yes. Okay. You had a lot of fun there.
Hmm.
Had a lot of, yeah. So it was what I'm getting, it's a trading depot, if you want to use that phrase, where many different races came to trade their wares,
Yeah.
whether it's materials or clothing, anything. It was a trading planet. So it was a fun planet to visit. We've actually seen movies where they have these kind of little planets, right? Where all these different races go there and trade, and it's like a hub. So yeah, I used to spend a lot of time there. Oh, definitely. So yeah, you're very, so we still haven't determined what your home planet is, though. Okay, can you please tell us what Jackie's home planet is? That does not make sense. That does not make sense. I don't know why I'm getting Nibiru. That does not make sense to me. Can you please clarify that? Is it Nibiru? No. Okay. So they're showing me a planet. I'm going to say the name is so hard to pronounce. They're not giving it to me. It's a planet that's, I'm going to use the word mushy. I know it sounds weird. Almost like swampland. There is solid land because there's hills and mountain, but most of it is kind of marshy. Is that correct? No, thank you. But it is lush with plants and animals, and it's a small population. Can you give me an idea of what the planet's name could be? Can you do it in English in a way that we could understand? The closest thing was as Braxtar. Braxtar would be the closest. So you're a small race. You're very small. You're only 3 to 4 feet. You're very slim kind of race, very large ears. If I was to say, you might only be 40 pounds, 50 pounds. Very tiny. You really skitter around. They're showing me how they move around. They don't move around slowly like we do. They kind of skitter around very quickly. They're very intuitive. They can hear for miles. Incredible hearing. The technology isn't real high, but they are more advanced than we are. They chirp when they talk. It's like a kind of a, I don't know, similar in a way to a bird. That's what I'm getting. How many lifetimes has she had on her home planet? 5, 10, 20, 50, 100, 150, 200, 300, 400, 500.
No wonder I'm gray.
Sorry?
Sorry, I said no wonder I'm gray.
What was I at? 600?
Yeah,
how
sorry.
about we jump to 1,000? No, 900. No, 800. 700, 650, 640, 630, 620, 610, 605, 600, 601, 602, 603, 604. Okay, I want confirmation. You're saying that she's had 604 lifetimes on, let's say Braxtar?
Mhm.
Brax, Braxtar. 604 lifetimes there.
Wow.
But it is your home planet. So that was your soul when it first decided to come into a physical form, chose that planet. That's what I'm getting.
Okay, thank you.
Do you have any questions?
So how does knowing our home planet help us in current lifetimes or future lifetimes?
That's a good question. I'm guessing more of the experience. So your soul has a fondness, I'll use that phrase, a fondness for that planet and the people and the abilities that you had, because it's the first ones.
Right.
Your very first ones. I don't see them being really advanced. I don't see them being, wow, these people are really cool. Like I say, they're tiny, they skitter around, make bird-like chirping noises. I mean, I don't see ships there, but it was a pleasant lifetime because they're so in tune with nature, with all the plant kingdom and the animal kingdom. They're in such harmony with them. There's no such thing as a harmful animal that would harm one of them. They're in such, I don't know, synchronicity, whatever phrase you want to use. Synergistic, they work together synergistically. It's actually a very pleasant planet. You chose a good one to start off with.
Well, that sounds, it resonates with me because I absolutely love nature and I love animals. Like I'm totally drawn to both. So.
And then we came down to this planet. Anyway, that's a whole nother story. But we came here to help the planet. So does that answer some of your questions?
Yes, thank you.
That could be the memory you have, like from that home planet, and then the love of animals and nature and stuff, and then you come with the memories, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very pleasant planet. I just see it and feel it. They're really interesting little creatures. I'll call them that. They can't weigh more than 40, 50 pounds. Very slender, very small. This kind of a shape with a body, head, and arms.
Okay.
They're a dark green color.
Ooh.
And they don't wear clothing. It's a warm planet, almost like Costa Rica.
Oh.
Very warm. Anyway, that was interesting because I got to see it.
Oh, thank you.
I got to
Very
see
cool.
it. Thank you.
See it a little bit myself.
Can you?
The young woman, she's about 30 something. Her name is Elena. She's a Canadian, and she's channeler.
You mean Danan?
No, Elena, Elena. She had an interview with Ismail Peraz recently.
Okay.
Anyways, one of her home planets, she was a warrior, and she used to ride on these machines that, don't hit the planet, they hover. But
Right.
she was in full combat. Like she had her swords on her back, and she was fighter and all this stuff. So when she came here, she had to get a speed bike, a motorcycle. She learned how to got into sword throwing and like all this type of ninja stuff. Yeah, and because she was just like, she just loved it, and because she was so good on her other planet, she was a badass warrior on her other planet. So when she comes here, she had to have these tools 'Cause she was so good.
Exactly.
So
She
that's
carried
just
it over.
like, yeah, that's just like one aspect of what happens from our planet to here. We come with a lot of memories, or, you know, or even like as a scientist, you probably have memories of that too, right? So you're coming in, you love researching, you love investigating, or you love dissecting, or, you know,
Exactly. And then sometimes you blow a planet up.
yeah,
Yes.
sometimes shit blows up.
Yep.
It's
Heard that.
like, oh, sorry.
Oops.
Now, under hypnosis and a past life regression, that's what I did. So I was one of 12 scientists, and we played with stuff we shouldn't have been playing with, and we blew up the entire planet and killed everybody.
Oh, Lord.
It was not nice because I carried that pain from that I caused those deaths of those billions of souls.
Right.
So I carried such tremendous shame and guilt. And so we resolved it in that past life regression. So here's a lifetime I don't want to remember. You know, this was very unpleasant. And so he says he sees a lot of people under hypnosis that have done exactly the same, blown up their home planet. He calls us the planet blower uppers.
Terrible.
Okay. He sees it in his practice. I go, wow. So we've
Wow.
done so many things on many other planets than we've done from Earth.
So you have to let us know who that guy is.
I'm sorry?
You'll have to let us know who that hypnotist is.
Yeah, he lives near me. His name is James McShane. He's an amazing light worker. Amazing light worker. So, you know, now some of us have the same ability, so I can go in there. So is there anybody else that would like a little info about themselves?
I wouldn't mind.
Okay,
Oh.
Charlotte.
Maria.
Or Maria came up.
Sure, that's it before.
Who's going to go?
Maria.
Maria.
Can we hear Maria?
Sorry? You
Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Can we hear Maria? Okay.
I can hear you guys.
can you hear?
Good.
I'm here.
Okay, Maria. I'm gonna tap into your energy. Okay.
Okay. Yep.
Let's see what I get. Right off the bat, I'm seeing you on a planet way at the other end of the galaxy, like thousands of light years from here, like way out actually on the other side of the Milky Way.
Wow.
It's a blue planet. The plants there are blue, not green. It has some water. Did she have many lifetimes on this planet? Let's see. How many lifetimes did Maria have on this planet? 5, 20, 50, 100, 200, 400, 800, 1,000. Wow. 1,500, 1,400, 1,300, 1,200, 1,250, 1,260, 1,270, 1,265, 64, 63, 62, 61, 60. You're saying 1,260 lifetimes Maria's had on this planet. Wow, you've had a lot of lifetimes there.
That's why I'm tired.
We all are. 1,260. Can I get a name for this planet? in English, human English. I know it's a tough one to pronounce. Something that we could sort of relate to. I don't know, Zion is coming up. I don't, is Zion the name? I'm not getting the letters. No, does it start with a Z? Yes, Zayon. Zayon, Z-A-O-N. Is that the closest one? Yes, okay, thank you. So it's a relatively peaceful planet. They do have their skirmishes there. There's science. There's some fairly advanced, I'm getting. How many races are on there? 2, 3, 4, 3. 3 different races on that planet, Maria, and they look slightly different. They're around 6-footers, I'm seeing. Darker, kind of a fleshy skin, but it's dark. Sort of a dark blue, very almost dark purple. Large glowing eyes. Very intelligent race. Very intelligent race. They also do some trading with other planets, but not a lot, because pretty well everything they need's on their planet. So yeah, you've had many lifetimes there. It's a pleasant planet to be on. And I can understand why you'd want to be on a pleasant planet. They have 2 suns. I see the 2 suns. It gets a little bit cool there, but nothing like this planet. And there is some water on it, obviously, in animals. They have some very strange animals there. I'm seeing some of them. I wouldn't know what to call them. Do you have any questions, Maria?
No, it's just you were saying that, and it's just like my body was like, yep.
Oh, good confirmation. Okay, let's ask. We didn't ask this, have we? Is this your home planet? Is Zayon Maria's home planet? Yes, it is. Yeah, I got confirmation. It's your home planet.
Oh, wow.
They're very intuitive. They feel energies. They feel things from people. They can feel any emotion that you have. They just feel it very strongly. Like an empath, but even better than an empath. They don't even have to be near you. You could be a mile away and they could feel what you're feeling that day. Are you having a sad day, an angry day, a happy day? They can feel that. They're that sensitive.
Wow.
That's probably part of some of your gifts here
Exactly.
as an
Oh,
empath, right?
exactly.
You really pick up on other people's energy fields.
Exactly.
Right. Oh, good to hear. Okay. Any other questions, Maria?
No, I'm very content. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. Very good. What do you think, Lucie? Do you want any more? Who was the other person that wanted? Oh, how about you, Charlotte?
Yeah, sure.
We lost your voice. Okay, so I have to cut
Yep.
from Maria. Okay, we wish to speak to Charlotte's higher self, so essence at this time, her higher spirit guides, her highest angels of light to come through at this time. Okay, they're showing me a very bright planet, like really white. Most of it is like earth and sand, but it's white. I wouldn't call it desert-like, but if you're to be above the planet and look down, you'd see way more white than anything else. Just like our planet, when we look down, we see more blue than anything because of the, oh, there's those energy things going.
Yeah, it's your internet.
Wow. It stopped. Okay, let's see what we can get about this planet. I'm seeing like a creature, and I don't think it's what the people of the planet are. Imagine a monkey. And you know how monkey can lean down on its front hands a lot, but stand up at the same time too. I'm seeing them on the planet. Is that the people of the planet? No, I didn't think so. Can you show me the people on that planet? Tall and thin. I'm going to say anywhere from 6 to 8 feet, and very slender. And you wear like robe-like clothing, like one piece type clothing. A very quiet race, a very intelligent race. Can you show me more? Small villages, what we might think as kind of primitive, almost like nomadic, where they make sort of like tent affairs, round like domes. They're not very solid, but they don't have the winds there to worry about. It reminds me of a nomadic race, you know, in like Mongolia, where they're very nomadic. And they have these structures that are very simple, covered in, I don't know, skins or cloth. That's what I see them living in. They're very spiritual, very connected to source. Okay, how many lifetimes has Charlotte had on this planet? We'll start with 50. Right off the bat, 100, 200, 400, 600, 800, 1,000, nope, 900, no, 850, 840, 830, 820, 810, 805, 4, 3. So you're saying Charlotte's had 803 lifetimes there on this planet. Is that correct? 803, did you hear that?
Wow.
Yep, wow, yeah, it's a long time.
Give me one moment. You know, when you left the room, the screen went green. Anyway, is this Charlotte's home planet? Let's ask that. No, it's not your home planet. But you have memories there. Again, like some other planets, it's a pleasant planet to go to. There's not a lot of strife or wars. They don't have that. Very grounded people. They work very closely with Mother Earth. Much like our Native Americans, you know, the natives here, similar in a way to a lifestyle like that, have very few belongings, very few belongings. That's me. Can we have a name for this planet in English, if possible? 3 letters? Is it 3 letters? I got the G-A-O.
G-A-O.
Gao.
Gao.
The closest thing in our language, and it's only 3 letters. I don't know what your home planet is. Can you tell us Charlotte's home planet. It's in the Pleiades star system. It's one of the smaller planets. Can you give me a name? I'm getting Tunia, Tunia, Tunia.
Yeah, okay.
It's a small planet in the Pleiades star system. It has a small population on the planet. Of course, it has water and air and vegetation. Okay, so they have stickers on the end of their fingers. I don't know if you ever seen those frogs. I think it's called a tree frog, right? And you see the
Mhm.
fingers?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
very large on the end. I don't know, like suckers. I don't know, maybe to stick onto stuff, right? They have that. They are, they're about our size, just a little bit shorter than we are. Their skin is much like a frog. I'm getting that. Maybe that's why they have those things on the end of their fingers. Can you tell us more, please? I got the word gregarious. They're very gregarious. They're very social. They love to be with each other. They work well with each other. They play with each other. They're very light-natured people. They do have a bit of technology, not a lot. They lead fairly simple lives. So we didn't check to see how many lifetimes you've had on your home planet, have we?
No, no.
Okay, so how many lifetimes has Charlotte had on her home planet? 10, 50, 100, 200, 300, 400, 600, 800, 1,000, 1,200, 1,400, 1,600, nope, 1,500, nope, 1,450, 1,460, 1,470, 1,480, 1,490, 1,485, 1,484, 83. Can I have confirmation? You're saying 1,483 lives on Tunia?
Wow.
1,483
1,400.
and 83 lives.
83 lives.
That's your home planet.
You know
Wow.
that my grandma had webbed feet. Eh?
I'm sorry?
My grandma had webbed feet.
No way.
Yeah, she did. She had webbed feet. Yeah.
Well,
Wow.
isn't that interesting?
I know. Eh? When you said that, those things on the hand and like frog.
Yeah, like the
Yeah.
fingers are, yeah, they look a lot like that frog that climbs trees. I think it's in South America or probably Costa Rica.
Like my little gecko.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and their skin was frog-like, kind of wet, smooth, kind of freckled too, the different colors. I see the faces. Obviously different from us. Bigger eyes too.
Oh.
So that's your home planet.
Interesting, eh? Wow.
I have never gone into this kind of detail before to do this. This is very interesting.
It is. It really is.
Very interesting because I see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you you were slippery. I just get that phrase. They said you were slippery because you had frog-like skin.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I got. I got you were slippery. Okay, so you're obviously a good swimmer then.
I like swimming though.
Yeah, you were
and
a
you could,
swimmer.
like a frog, they're telling me that you could hold your breath underwater for a long time on that planet,
Wow.
like half an hour plus.
Wow, that's interesting. That's handy.
There, yeah. Here, I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe
Well,
it'll come in
Lucie, where are
handy
we going to go from here?
I don't know. So how are you feeling now?
I'm good.
You're good?
Do we want to do another one? It's just 9:05.
I'll go.
Tia,
Tia wants
Yeah.
in.
how are you, girl?
Then that'll be our last one.
I'm
Okay,
good. How are you?
I'm excellent. Cut all ties from Charlotte. Okay, thank you. Okay, Tia, I'm going to tap into your energy.
Thank you,
Okay.
Dan. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. I wish to speak to her higher self or soul essence at this time. All her spirit guides and angels at this time to assist us in finding out where she was, what other planets. Right away, they're showing me that you lived on a lot of planets. Lot of planets. I'm seeing 4. Is that 4,000? Was it 4,100? 42.
Planet hopper.
43, 4250, 4240, 4230, 4220, 4210, 4215, 4216, 4217. So you're saying she's lived on 4,216 planets, is that correct?
Whoa.
4,216 planets. You have been
What?
around.
I get around.
Yeah.
No
Wow.
wonder I'm flexible.
Yeah, okay, yeah, it's a good
But
phrase
you
for it.
get around too. You get
You
around.
adapt. That's a lot. That's a lot of planets. Now, we're not going to delve into all of them, obviously. Which one would be here weeks? Can you tell us which more important planets, first or second most important planet that she had lives on? Okay, so they're showing me a very large planet. It's actually bigger than Jupiter. It's a huge planet. Almost halfway across this galaxy, so it's quite a distance from here. It was known to get in the odd war. How many races on that planet? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6 different races on that planet. You're all very similar. Can you show me? They look very similar to us. Very similar to us. The skin was more, I'm going to call it pasty gray color. That's what I'm seeing. One sun. They were all about the knowledge. They had tremendous knowledge on all areas. And the 7 different races would share all their different knowledges. So you were a record keeper on that planet.
Wow.
So for them, knowledge was very important, and especially ancestral knowledge, to keep that knowledge going through the generations. And they're showing me this massive library. And I mean massive, the size of the biggest mall you can imagine. Massive library. And some of the information is on some kind of a It's a very small, I'm going to say it's almost like our sticks, our USB sticks.
Mhm.
Very similar to that. So a lot of their knowledge is on these little sticks, but they did have, I'm not going to call them books, I'm going to call them folders. Oh, they're living folders. Oh, this is interesting. So imagine it's a movie in a book.
Really?
Yeah. So you buy this folder and you open it up and a movie plays out with the knowledge.
Wow.
And these folders, they're showing me that. Oh, very interesting. So whatever subject or thing you want, there's different folders. You just grab that one, and there's a movie playing, explaining it, in a video screen. They're showing me that. So you were like the librarian. I'm going to use that for your record keeper.
Wow. I cannot even imagine myself as a librarian.
Well, it's not like here on Earth. It's way more interesting. They weren't big on children's books or novels. For them, it was all stuff that was very useful.
Yeah, I am doing a lot of keeping a lot of knowledge for people now in these groups that I'm in. I am.
Oh. Well,
Yeah.
you were like, okay, how many lifetimes did she have on this planet? First of all, let's get a name. Can we get a name for it? Oh my God, is it ever long? Oh my God, it's 12 letters. Can we shorten it, please? Make it easy for me to get. Sanoct, S-A-N-O-C-T. S-A-N-O-C-T is the short
Okay.
form.
Okay.
It's like this many letters.
Do you want to give me the letters or no?
I don't want to.
Okay. That's all right.
Let's stick with Sanok.
Okay.
They're telling me it's a progressive planet. Every generation, they like to improve things a little bit, get a little bit
Mhm.
better. Maybe the way of life, the way of knowledge, working together well. They do have their little skirmishes, but they're very small and short-lived. You know, they still have some ego. So is this the most important planet that Tia's been on? More important lifetimes besides Earth? Yes, it was. Okay. I gave you the number of lifetimes, right?
On that
Didn't I?
planet, wasn't
Yeah.
it like 1400 or something? 1400?
Yeah, that's right. And
Mhm.
change, right. Okay, is this your home planet though? Is Sanoct her home planet? Yes, this was your home planet. It's the first lifetime you ever had.
Okay.
So I want to see what they look like. 5'5" to 6 foot, slender builds. Everyone is healthy. Ears are a slightly different shape than ours, a little bit larger. When they speak, there's kind of a gurgling sound, I'm going to say. Almost like a gurgling sound
Huh.
on their light language. It's not that they're telepathic, but they have a very good idea what you're thinking or what you're about to do. They're not telepathic, so they still have to use their vocal cords, right? They love to dance. Oh my God, they
Oh,
dance. They just
yes.
love to dance. Oh my
That is
God.
so funny. I was born dancing and I've never stopped.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah, I dance all the time. My
Oh,
kids say, yeah, you
Just
dance
to
to easy
move.
music and Kmart.
Oh my God.
Mhm.
Love to move and dance. They just love that. It's,
Oh,
I don't
that's
know,
so
their
funny.
thing.
That is
Um,
so funny.
yeah, well, you're bringing that here into this lifetime.
Good.
That joy. They're so lighthearted. They really smile when they laugh, when they dance. They enjoy it so much. And like it feeds their soul.
Yeah,
It feeds their soul. Wow,
that
that's
is so
interesting.
funny. Yeah,
Interesting vision.
yeah.
Wow, this has been really a blast tonight.
Yeah, it has
Cool.
been.
This has been a blast. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll have to do, give me a call next couple of days, Lucy. We'll have to do you.
Oh, okay.
I gotta do myself. I haven't
Yeah.
done that.
That's so cool. Thank you so much, Danny.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, that was very interesting because they showed me. So they wear clothing, Tia. It's like
Mhm.
two-piece. So they have a bottom, much like pants and a shirt kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
But
Uh-huh.
their colors are very plain. They don't have all the colors we have.
Oh, yeah.
They don't have the colors. It's very plain materials. Maybe grays and light blues, some light greens, and that's about it. No patterns, no nothing on them. Very bulky sleeves. You know, not tight sleeves like this, more
Mhm.
loose sleeves. Guys, they need to move. They need to dance. They need everything to be loose.
Right. Oh, that's so
Okay,
funny.
same with the
That is so
pants.
funny.
The pants are not close to their body. They're wider and very loose fitting because they need to move.
Mhm.
These people need to move. They love it. Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. What a blast.
That was fun.
It was a fun thing to do because I could see it
Right.
showing it to me. Okay, Lucy.
All right. Well, that concludes for tonight. Our fun night with the home planets.
And the names.
Thank you.
Names,
Thank
how many,
you.
The names.
and your little personalities that go with it, even what you look like, sound like.
Yeah, how they
That was
speak.
cool.
It was very fun,
See,
actually.
it's good. It's good to work you, Danny. Like you just
Yes.
know what is going to come up, right?
Yeah, I mean, the messages now in the last 3 months, my abilities have really shot up. Everything just flows effortless now. It's like, wow, did you see how fast the information came in? Just
Yeah.
bang, it was there. Just there. Oh, this is a blast for me. Because I get the message, plus I get to see it.
Right.
So we've had some pretty cool lifetimes.
Yeah.
And Tia, you've had over 4,000 on these different planets.
That's crazy.
Whoa.
That's crazy. But the dancing planet, it's totally,
Dancing.
I've been dancing since I got out of the womb. And I dance in grocery stores and people
No way.
yeah, this guy one time he was at like Christmas time and I was in the aisle by myself and there was music playing and I'm just like dancing down the aisle. This guy says, "You just made my day." You know? Yeah. So anybody that knows me knows I dance all the time. All the time.
Well, you did it on on your home planet.
That's so funny. That's hilarious.
Cool. It is awesome.
Yeah. Oh, it's fun, Danny. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
All right. Well,
Fun
with
to meet
that,
you.
is there anything else you wanted to leave us with, Danny, before we close out?
Just know that we are multidimensional. We have so much information and experiences that it's just amazing. If we even knew what half of them were, we'd have such a full life, right? The things we've learned, the things we've experienced. Oh, by the way, Tia,
Yes.
on that planet, they only bear twins.
Oh, really?
Every
That's
woman has twins,
That's
a boy and
interesting.
a girl, boy and a girl.
Yep.
It just came through.
What a good idea that is.
Very equal. Right. Yeah, they just popped into me. Twins. Okay. Well, Lucie,
All right. So I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. And
you.
also I want to thank you, Danny, for bringing it and
Welcome.
providing for others. And I hope that that was fruitful and
blast.
informative and fun and for entertainment purposes only. Don't forget to like, subscribe.
And
With
I
that,
love the,
Obviously,
but I love the color of who is it? Was it Diane's, the purple room? Who's got the purple room?
you mean in the background?
Yeah. Helen, you have a purple room?
Helen? No, she's
Not Helen. Who was the first person that was red?
Jackie.
Me,
It
Jackie.
is kind of a
Jackie.
purplish color.
I love
Yeah.
the color of your room.
Ah, thank you.
All right.
So, okay.
Probably
Well,
have
good
some
night then.
properties there for you. Yeah, so I just want to close it out. I want to bring everybody's higher selves into the picture, and also if you're needing any healing tonight, or the vibrations are very high right now because like there's tons of beings right here. Been yawning my head off while you guys were doing your readings and calling in
Okay.
the light. But lots of beings are here, so very protected, and it's a good time to, you know, if you're needing anything.
Bring it in.
Now would be a time because everything is here. If you're needing any information on anything, or you want to fine tune your music talent or your singing career or your dancing abilities. But no, also fine tune your intentions as to what it is you want to do. It's all there in the ethers in front of us.
It surely is. Just call it in. Call it in. Till next week.
Yeah, so
Okay.
with that, I want to thank everybody, and we'll see each other next week. And if there's anything that you guys want to speak about, let us know.
Yeah, drop us a line if you have an interest, something we'd like to talk about.
All right.
Okay.
So
Okay.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Lucie.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Danny.
you.
Thank
Oh,
you.
Night.
Thank you, Danny.
you're welcome.
Bye.
all right. Have a
See
good
you.
evening, guys.
Bye.
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 Bye.